She is a bit windy out there, and that strong south wind is going to blow the rest of the evening and tonight. And for many of us, especially here in the eastern part of KELOLAND, during the day tomorrow as well. Overnight tonight, thanks to that south wind, it's going to be warm. Our low, 54 in Sioux Falls, 47 in Aberdeen, breezy 48 in Pierre, Rapid City, windy degrees. Then during the day tomorrow, we'll see a front crossing the area. Ahead of that front, it's going to be windy and warm in Sioux Falls, 74, Aberdeen 61, 62 in Pierre, windy 60 in Rapid City. As the front comes through, we do have a chance of some light showers later in the day tomorrow into early on Saturday, but very, very light. We're talking maybe a tenth or two. Other than that, a quiet rest of the weekend. We'll have that forecast coming up. KELOLAND News starts now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group. KELOLAND News, first at 4.
High winds and dry conditions are leading to extreme fire dangers across South Dakota. What you need to know.
Plus, reenacting the murder of George Floyd in a classroom. What prompted the substitute teacher to change lesson plans.
And later, the area around the Denny Sanford Premier Center is getting ready for a massive event. How for pink. Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to First at 4. I'm Don Jorgensen.
And I'm Kelly Volk. Sioux Falls police are investigating a case that started with stalking and ended with an attempted kidnapping. On Monday, a woman says a man followed her from southwest Minnesota to Sioux Falls.
And when she arrived at work on the east side of town, police say that the man tried to force her into a car. She yelled for a co-worker who helped her get away, and as soon as they were safe, they called police.
They did everything right. Thankfully, there was no serious injuries, and she was able to get away from him.
Late last night, 21-year-old Luis Diego was booked into the Minnehaha County Jail. He's charged with attempted kidnapping, robbery, and stalking. Leading up to the incident, court documents say Diego called and messaged the victim hundreds of times.
As pheasant hunters prepare to take to the fields for this weekend for the pheasant opener, officials are warning about extreme fire danger today and into the weekend. Dry and gusty south winds this morning and afternoon are causing extreme fire danger with nearly a statewide red flag warning. Any outdoor fires will spread quickly, so officials are asking people to delay burning today and use extreme caution if harvesting cannot wait.
Yeah, it might be a little windy out in the fields for those pheasant hunters.
I came back from Del Rapids this afternoon. Dusty everywhere.
Yeah, I saw dusty skies too, Jay.
Yeah, and that'll be the case through the evening. And again, tomorrow we'll have that south wind. But the talk about the weekend, the winds are going to die down this weekend, so we don't have to worry about it. In fact, actually, the winds are going to probably slow down as we go through the day tomorrow because we'll have some clouds. We'll have some rain showers potentially starting. Right now in Sioux Falls, yeah, it's windy out there. South wind at 25 with higher gusts, 74 degrees. That's 13 degrees above normal. It is dry out there. In Aberdeen, 75 with a blue sky. South wind at 26. Of course, higher gusts. We're knocking leaves off the trees. In Pierre, you see a few high clouds there. 88 degrees with a west wind at 15 miles an hour. And in Rapid City, we also have a few clouds starting to come in, and those are thicker clouds coming in from the west. 68 right now in Rapid City. It's much cooler. That's because the winds there are out of the north. Here's a look at your temperatures. That line down the middle of your screen is the front, by the way. And as it comes through, we'll see the wind switch around to a northerly direction. But still, we are warm at the present time. 70s here in the eastern part of KELOLAND. As we told you, the warm air stacking up over Pierre. Pierre's at 88. They will be cooling down here over the next few hours. Rapid City already down the 60s. Now, the winds, they have been an issue during the day today. Here are the peak wind gusts within the past hour. Most everybody's had wind gusts over 25 miles an hour. Sioux Falls had a wind gust of 36. Now, it's going to remain breezy tonight. That south wind going to keep us warm. 54 the low in Sioux Falls. Only the 40s to the north and to the west. I could see a couple showers out in western South Dakota, but very light. Then tomorrow, partly cloudy. South winds will eventually turn to a northerly direction with those partly cloudy skies, but we could see a few light showers. We're looking light. Case of Sioux Falls, maybe a tenth or two of an inch later in the day tomorrow into early on Saturday morning. After that, a quiet weekend, which we'll tell you about in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Jay. Emerald ash borer has been detected in all of Iowa's 99 counties. The insects are not native to the U.S. and were first detected in Iowa in 2010. Emerald ash borer are described as a metallic green beetle about half an inch long. When trees are infected, symptoms include canopy thinning and bark splitting.
Police in Woodbury, Minnesota are investigating the actions of another officer. It happened after his stint as a substitute teacher. A spokesman for Washington confirms substitute teacher Stephen Williams reenacted the murder of George Floyd in a Woodbury High School classroom on Monday. Students in that class took pictures, and we want to warn you, they may be difficult to watch. As Adam Duxter reports, Williams is a police officer in Wisconsin and will never work as a sub in Woodbury ever again.
Prescott, Wisconsin police officer Stephen Williams was supposed to teach English to kids at Woodbury High Monday. Instead, the district says he gave a lesson on law enforcement, saying Williams mimicked pointing a gun at students, twisted another's arm behind their back, and eventually kneeled on the neck of a student to reenact the murder of George Floyd.
Just, it's sadness.
Parents Wednesday stunned.
They should not be they should not be teaching at all. These are kids. Kids are, they're kids. They don't deserve that.
Williams had an active license to sub and was contracted from the staffing agency Teachers on Call. The agency says Wednesday he's no longer employed by them. The district says they've met with students, concerned also about sexist and racist jokes they say Williams made, going as far as to say police brutality isn't real, cops would be the best criminals, and that they know how to get away with stuff, saying he once got an A on a paper about how to get away with murder.
My first thought is, what makes that person feel that it's okay to do that? I want to have strict assurances that this person would never be teaching my kids again.
I would personally go to the school itself and try to figure out, what are you going to do about this? You give us expectations. What are our expectations for these teachers and for these schools?
In Woodbury, Adam Duxter, WCCO News.
WCCO reached out to Williams directly but have not heard back from him. Prescott police confirm he is now on administrative leave.